Τι τούτο θαύμα. Χαιρετίζω. Τι τούτο θαύμα.
These definitely look like Greek houses. Didn't know any better. I'd say I'm back in Greece.
Ανέρονται και γερνών. Θεόν γάιτον εν την εμέθα. Αφηγέιν, διέτου, καλέω που βροσέων δωρένιν. Μάλαχερ.
Wow. Wall full of body parts.
Καλώς έχω.
Nice little garden. Wow. I like this place. Oh yeah, you guys are living the high life.
Welcome to Roman military equipment.
This should be fun. Oh yeah.
The strength of Rome was directly dependent on its military supremacy and fundamentally militaristic society.
Snowball, get out of the way.
Regular citizens, comprised mostly of farmers and herders, joined to protect their land and families. In return for their service, members of this civic army were allowed to vote. Trained to be highly disciplined and obedient to superior officers, citizen soldiers developed a deep sense of loyalty to their city.
Neat.
The quality of the armor of a Roman foot soldier was intrinsically linked to his social status and wealth. Chainmail was the most commonly used type of armor. Scale armor, made famous in today's media, came into use after Caesar's time. Foot soldiers carried large and oblong shields, while the cavalry used smaller ones of Greek origin. Soldiers were expected to carry their own kit, including the tools required for the construction of forts and tents.
Gotta love a man in uniform. They look like a big tough man.
Roman soldiers used the same types of weapons. The stomach and face were the most targeted parts of the body. As such, a legionary was equipped with two close combat weapons, a dagger and a short sword, known as a gladius. One of the most ingenious Roman weapons was the javelin. Its pyramid-shaped tip pierced the body, while its iron shank was designed to break upon impact, stopping the enemy from throwing it back.
Yeah, you don't want them to throw back your stuff.
Oh?
During their conquests, the Romans regularly transformed enemy technologies to add to their own formidable arsenal. After capturing a Carthaginian vessel, The Romans adopted its better features and constructed a superior fleet of ships. Adapting heavy artillery designs from Greek models aided the Romans in building catapults and ballistae. The latter became an iconic symbol of Roman warfare.
All right. Learning and adapting. Supposed to be the executioner. Look pretty execution-y to me.
Welcome to the forts of Cyrenaica.
Oh, look at you. You look like a ninja. You're like the Power Rangers when they became ninjas in the first Power Rangers movie. Yeah. Looking good, guy. Looking good.
Cyrenaica was a Libyan region under Roman control, gifted to Rome by one of Cleopatra's ancestors. The remains and foundations of ancient fortifications were discovered in the 19th century in the southwest of Cyrenaica, as well as a Roman garrison dating back to the 1st century CE. Evidence shows that these forts were of Libyan origin, rebuilt and modified by Roman engineers when Cyrenaica was part of the empire. Stone was the most commonly used material to build forts in Egypt and Cyrenaica. Though no real proof of a fortress similar to the one before you has been uncovered in that region, the team chose to add it as a worthy and awe-inspiring end-of-game challenge for the player.
End-of-game challenge, huh? Well, I approve. Game's gotta be entertaining. Sight to behold. Like it. Good job, guys.
The forts of Cyrenaica were intended to prevent invaders from gaining access to the main route that led to the country's 5 most important cities. These forts were built close to coastal plains and deserts for added defense. 3 of these cities were recreated by the team: Balagrae, Apollonia, and Cyrene. Had it existed, the fort before you would have protected the road leading to Balagrae. Other than reference to an attack around 404 CE and a military reorganization by Emperor Justinian during the 6th century CE, we still know little of the Roman military presence in Cyrenaica.
Don't know too much about nothing. This is really neat. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Game is gorgeous sometimes. What am I saying? It's gorgeous all the time. All the time, I tells you.
Welcome to Roman Aqueducts.
Beautiful game, I tells you.
Water management was taken seriously by the Romans, Cyrenaica benefited greatly from Roman administration with the construction of aqueducts and canals. The source of water varied depending on the location. Many aqueducts were built at the foot of the mountains, offering greater flow from the melting snow.
This is delicious water. Ah.
The ability to transport water over a greater distance increased agricultural production. Some aqueducts were reported to be over 7 kilometers in length. Where the Greeks of Libya originally focused mainly on olive trees and figs, which required less water, the advent of Roman aqueducts allowed for a far greater crop diversity. Every farm's water use was carefully scheduled.
Of course, is the famous aqueducts in Rome, which I've been to. I've actually took a bike ride around the Roman countryside. Took a nice amount of time in going around the aqueducts of Rome. Again, if I remember, I'll post the pictures. Now, take my word for it. Take all of my words. And for it. That's right, for it.
The engineering methods used to create aqueducts were constantly reviewed, with a clear focus on exploiting the local environment. Materials, water usage, cleaning regulations, and a deep understanding of how to exploit gravity itself were all important concerns. Several fortresses were built to protect the aqueducts, basins, and cisterns.
Better protect that delicious water. No, but it was really neat. It was a great trip. Actually, that bike ride through the countryside was that was a highlight for me. My butt hurt because it was like a 6-hour bike ride, and those bike seats are hard as nails. But it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, actually, it wasn't even a beautiful day. It started raining by the end of the day. Storm. It was a thunderstorm. It was, man, what a day.
Additional water was collected with wells and cisterns, but aqueducts were the main supply of fresh water. The water was distributed based on the collective needs of the city, before the private needs of an individual.
Now, look at that beautiful aqueduct. Nicely maintained. That is neat. That is a quality A aqueduct, still in possible working order.
Almost all aqueducts ended in a fountain where the water circulated to clean the streets and supply bathhouses and latrines, thus improving the cleanliness of Cyrenaica's cities.
Yay! Clean water for everybody! Oh, I slapped your face, sir. I am sorry. I don't hurt me. I didn't mean it. It was a mistake. Look at this. At this. Can't tell me that's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Bellissimo. Gotta go there. Gotta go! Out of the way, lions! Come on, Snowball! Got work to do.
Welcome to Crucifixion.
No, thank you. I already ate.
In terms of the severity of Roman justice, crucifixion was at the top of the list of corporal punishment, followed by death by fire and decapitation. The upper class considered crucifixion unworthy of their position. Those lucky enough to have Roman citizenship were also exempt from such treatment.
For them, I guess. Too good to be punished.
Easily accessible, crucifixions were popular entertainment among the citizenry. Unlike throwing victims to wild animals, which required an arena, crucifixions did not require any particular setting.
Oh, that man's getting eaten by lions.
Those subjected to crucifixion were almost always slaves, traitors, and lower-class citizens. Roman deserters were crucified because the betrayal of the soldiers was perceived as endangering the lives of Roman citizens.
Only the bottom of the barrel gets crucified.
In 71 BCE, a major slave uprising in Italia was repressed by the Roman army. This resulted in the crucifixion of 6,000 men, including their leader, a slave and former gladiator known as Spartacus.
Dang. Oh no, not YouTube friendly.
Whoa!
Πατρέον δε και μετρέον επικόν. Ο πέρι του ιερού πεδαριού καλοτροπαίου ερεύνων ή να τους κηπέδομεν επικουρένεν, καλόν εν εντύμο.
Welcome to Amulets and Rituals.
You guys got a nice little mountain temple around here. I like it. Girl could get used to this kind of place.
Ancient Egyptians believed the world was a chaotic place, filled with supernatural forces. They knew that art and words gave life and power to things. Carved with images from hieroglyphs or in the shapes of gods, amulets were highly personal objects that warded off dangers and disease while attracting success. Some amulets were temporary, intended to solve a specific problem, while others were meant to be worn forever into the afterlife.
Look at that view, guys. That is a beauty. That is gorgeous. Gosh, look at it. Oh, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful as heck. This is beautiful as heck too. Game is just, oh god, this game is, oh, leaves me speechless. Fantastic.
Priests would infuse amulets with magical energy during religious ceremonies, imbuing them with protective magic to safeguard against supernatural powers. The wealthiest of Egyptians could obtain a divinely ordained pendant in which was hidden a magic formula inscribed on a piece of papyrus. It would act as a unique spell tailored to the owner. Religion was so important to ancient Egyptians that it permeated every aspect of their daily lives. Since water was the source of life and had the symbolism of purifying the body and the soul, all daily routines began with ablutions. Personal prayers to the gods were sometimes written or spoken, with family prayers passed down through generations. There was a complete calendar of each of the religious days, both good and bad, illustrating the appropriate daily rituals. Along with wine, milk, and ointments, offerings to the gods consisted of small amulets to life-size statues and family shrines. During the Greco-Roman period, offerings to the gods consisted of mummified animals, cats for Bastet, dogs for Anubis, and birds for Thoth.
Just give me your house. Give me your house. The gods will be happy. Nice little chair. You can address the crowd.
Deemed messengers of the gods, oracles offered guidance and judgment for all Egyptians, regardless of status. Crucial advice was offered on everything from day-to-day farming management to a pharaoh's decision on whether to start a war. Oracles were often used to decide legal issues. If the accused refused the judgment of the god, another god could be consulted in hopes of a more favorable reply.
I don't know. Oracles can be a little bit random, a little bit out there.
It was oracles that guided the Greek sailor Batos to the coast of Libya, where he founded a colony known as Cyrene. During Alexander the Great's campaign to conquer Persia, he consulted the oracle at the Temple of Amun within the oasis of Siwa, and was subsequently ordained a divine being.
I still don't know. The oracles, they like to get high. Just start saying stuff. You can buy an oracle's blessing by just giving them a bunch of stuff. That I'm the oracle's crown. Crown jewel.
Welcome to Major Exports of Cyrene. Cyrene's main source of economic wealth was in the cultivation and export of poppies and Silphium. Though the opium oil from the poppies was also an export, little is known about this crop. Information about the cultivation of Silphium, however, is more accessible to us. Silphium, with its yellow flower, was considered a gift from the sun god. Grown solely in this region near the Mediterranean Sea, Silphium extract was exported at high prices and was so crucial to the wealth of Cyrenaica that it was depicted on their coins.
That's a very important flower.
Whoa!
Silphium's roots produced a resin used by both the Greeks and Romans in medicines intended to cure cough, fever, indigestion, and many other ailments. It was also used as a contraceptive. In a compilation of culinary recipes from the 4th century BCE, the herb is mentioned in various recipes, including a flamingo dish.
Flamingo dish? Interesting, I've never had flamingo before.
High demand, overexploitation, and possibly a shift in climate all contributed to the eventual extinction of Silphium.
Oh.
The last mention of it dates from the 4th century CE, and to this day, no traces of this plant have been identified.
Oh, that sucks. You guys are causing all kinds of plants and animals to be extinct. Take me down to the paradise city with the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Whoa!
Look at this.
Yeah!
Oh. I'm gonna say it again. I keep saying it, but true, it's beautiful.
Whoa!
Sorry, Snowball, but I gotta do this. No. Yeah, I know you're in a hurry. It's get in there. Now entering Omen City. My God. My God, it's gorgeous. Fabulous. Romans know how to live the high life, I tells you. Live like kings. No, you're not kings, but you, like first class.